highlights of the program, what we're going to do is why we're here. We're going to talk a lot about safety. We do trench rescue, building collapse, rope rescue, vehicle extrication, scuba diving. We run the NYPD's Emergency Service Training School. It's 6 months long. Where we take a guy who is a regular cop, stopping cars, writing summonses, and we make him into a SWAT operator, basically.
That was out there was, how do we really give the best-in-class performance, but still keep it in a close quarters platform? Because, you know, whether you're in the country or in the city, you're gonna have different terrains, and you're also gonna have close quarters. You don't have room to get those expansive platforms out in and get the truck stabilized. So when we put the engineers to work, they sat down with some of the engineers from Grove Crane, because like we said inside, we're the Oshkosh family. So we had some of those Grove Crane engineers working with us.
SavaTerra brings together emergency personnel from fire departments, towing, and law enforcement to learn and practice together in a controlled, safe environment where they can use common scenarios to develop standard procedures and experiment with new ideas.
I put the valve out towards the back so it doesn't catch on the sheet metal from the bus.
Very good.
And the black thing on top?
So we took what they were doing for the military and kind of brought it into what we needed to do in the rescue business, especially for subways, when people get run over.
What does a normal fire truck or a fire rescue truck, how much box burden does it actually carry? Enough to maybe do two box burdens.
Yeah, 2 step shocks. Maybe if we're lucky, we got 3.
When you're going around anything, make sure that once you get it around whatever your object is and you get it hooked, is to pull that chain into its loaded position. Sometimes we'll put a chain or you put a hook on a chain and it'll be upside down. So gravity, remember what Randy talked about, you know, the laws of gravity, Mother Nature kicks in. You have that opportunity of if at any point in time in the process, if that chain gets the tension taken off of it, that hook could drop off.
It's important to train together to understand each other's capabilities so you know who is best equipped to do certain things. Extrication takes well-orchestrated teamwork for everyone at the accident scene. We must carefully remove the vehicles piece by piece from around the person without causing additional injury or further traumatizing the person. Cutting and spreading vehicle parts takes practice to do efficiently and safely. Studying books and learning in the classroom is a good way to find out about the basics, like how a car is constructed and what hidden dangers exist. But actually doing it is the only way to really learn a skill. With today's modern extraction tools, it doesn't take great strength. It takes critical thinking and good judgment. Good judgment comes from knowledge, experience, and regular practice.
Yeah. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and have the record respond just in case we do need it, but let's see if we can start without it.
And you have all the airbags over there, the flatless bags, the high pressure, the medium ones we just used, so they're all at your disposal.
Initial option at this point we're doing, I've got them cribbing the front and the back of the tractor so it doesn't roll. Okay. Then we're going to go through crib the vehicle so it doesn't curve. Can we have some of that?
Firefighters are typically the first ones at the scene. One of the first things we can do is stabilize the wreckage to prevent further injury or damage to people and property. Chalking vehicles is always necessary to prevent further possible movement. Likewise, bracing and stabilizing is just as important in building collapse or other situations. Heavy rescue presents special problems for first responders. Spillage of great quantities of just about any commodity is a problem. Flammable liquids and powdered goods are particularly dangerous to people at the scene, even if none is spilled. In addition to toxic hazards, there is blocked traffic, which brings a lot of people close to the scene quickly with no clear way to escape the area. Large vehicles take more equipment to stabilize and recover. If a trapped victim needs to be extricated, it is challenging to find enough equipment quickly. Airbags can be used to help stabilize a load before any lifting is done. Cribbing and cranes are also used to help stabilize the vehicle until the rescue has been completed. At this point, we are not trying to move the vehicle. We just want it to be safe to work around.
All right, let's get that. He's chasing y'all.
So what Shane is saying is as the bag starts to serpentine, with him having the ability in the under wrap here, he can counter that and pull it so it's almost a straight up pick. So here's a perfect example of using the two things together.
But a key thing that, and I can't say this enough, this is where the practice comes in. You know what I mean? You're going to have to work with those guys because it takes two guys that know what you're almost working in synchro with each other. So. And both operators have to know the dynamics of the bags too.
So let's max these out. Let's fill them up, and you can counter as we go up.
Yep, will do.
Again, we don't usually try to lift the vehicles off the trapped victim. We stabilize, then cut the wreckage piece by piece away from the victim.
Yeah, if you want to swap batteries, you spread it.
So obviously this was the most complex of our lifts per se because of the sheer dimensions and density of what we had to lift off. There was no way we were doing this one without that team coordination between the rescuers and the wrecker operator. So we saved this one for last because we figured we might have worked out any kinks that we had in the earlier ones. But I think we found a happy median in all of our scenarios on what we do day in and day out and what we can gain by working together with another outside agency. So you need to go home and find out what your availability is, and if not, have somebody find out, hey, if we need a heavy duty wrecker, where's it coming from? And then maybe just, if it's in your area, swing by there and say, hey guys, we just took this class and we'd like to know what we can get out of this in the future. If we need you, let's see if we can do something together.
Once the rescue is complete, it is time to recover the wreckage. It must first be uprighted and towed or loaded onto a recovery vehicle and taken away. It may seem an impossible task to quickly remove a huge truck from an accident scene with a loaded trailer. Usually a crane cannot safely upright a 65,000-pound fully loaded trailer without possibly spilling the cargo. Lifting a soft-sided trailer with a cable or chain will exert concentrated forces it is not designed to withstand. It can take hours to wait for a truck and crew to offload a trailer before traffic can be restored to normal. Lifting bags can lift a truck and trailer more safely by spreading out the lifting force over a wide area, making it possible to lift a truck and trailer with a full load. Even if a truck has already lost its load or is empty, a damaged truck and trailer will be more difficult to lift in one piece without lifting bags. Lifting bags actually speed up recovery time and usually prevent further damage and additional cleanup time. Once the lift bags lift the vehicle to the balance point, catch bags take over from the other side of the load to let the load down gently. Catch bags prevent damage by lowering the load at a controlled rate. Catch bags look similar to lift bags, but they operate on a slightly different principle. Catch bags are inflated softly with a backpack blower. When the load settles on the catch bags, the air is automatically released through a special adjustable vent that allows it to deflate at a controlled rate that can be adjusted according to the estimated weight. Catch bags are used to complement lift bags. Catch bags cannot be used to lift objects by themselves. Catch bags are only used to lower objects at a controlled rate.